against the Steelers.
I think too, Jim, because they hustle and run around so much on defense, that's one of the reasons why they do give up a lot of big runs.
Second down, again, Johnson out to the 34. You go back over the last 8 opponents' drives, includes the Steelers toward the end of last week. They've taken it away 4 of the last 8 series. And since the start of last year, I mean, we're not talking just a slight margin over second best. Talking about 11 takeaways more than the next best in the league.
You know, the numbers, 3 times, if I'm not just off the top of my head, 3 times last year, they had 5 interceptions in a game.
That was against that whole NFC North division, if you remember last year. Green Bay and Chicago and Minnesota. Well, they fake the pass, they hand it off to Watson, and he is stopped short of the first. There you see Troy Brown for the first time this season. Comes out for a defensive snap.
I think we talked to Troy Brown about, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
He says, yeah, this is it, going to retire, all this other things. Now he's a defensive back. At one time, he was the second receiver on this Patriots team. He's now since moved down that ladder a little bit, but still being versatile and still finding a way to stay in the National Football League.
And there's Kyle Larson, also an emergency quarterback. Troy took a couple of snaps in a preseason game this year.
Looked pretty good under center.
The only returning receiver from the entire wideout crew of a year ago in New England. So the Patriots stop them this time, and Falk signals fair catch, 16-yard line. Patriots defense makes a stand. We'll see New England back after the 45-yard punt in a moment.
You want to know more about German baseball? Just click www.baseball.de.
You're watching NASN, the North American Sports Network, a new and exciting sports channel dedicated to the best in live North American sports 24/7. On NASN, you can experience over 100 live NFL games this season, plus the playoffs and the Super Bowl live. Watch up to 175 regular season NHL games and live postseason, including the Stanley Cup Finals. Feel the excitement of live Major League Baseball with up to 260 regular season games and exclusive coverage of the World Series. NASN also brings you an exclusive lineup of college sports with live college football and basketball. And with a daily lineup of sports news, talk shows, highlights, and analysis, NASN is your channel for the very best in live North American sports. Visit NASN.com for scheduling news and information.
Tomorrow on CBS, laugh out loud with the show critics are calling the freshest comedy in years, The Class. Tomorrow at 8/7 Central. Again this season on America's most watched network. First down for the Patriots. Brady comes out throwing and hits Gabriel. Gabriel carrying a couple of defenders for an extra yard or 2. Gabriel got it going last Sunday in the 4th quarter with 6 catches. The last time these two teams met was 2004. Brady from the ground with the completion. Kitna got hurt with a knee, but before he was injured, Samuel ran back a pick for a score. To seal it, Troy Brown. We were just talking about Troy on defense. Came up with the pick that sealed the 35-28 win that gave them the division title 2 years back. And a flag down as again Gabriel makes the catch.
Brady connects with Doug Gabriel, but there are penalty flags down.
Look like defense offsides.
offsides. Defense number 97. 5-yard penalty. Penalty results. First down.
We were looking at those highlights a moment ago. I may have said Kitna got hurt. Kitna actually came in at the end of the game. It was Carson who got hurt in that game. Missed the last 3 games of the season. Kitna finished up that one in the rest of the year.
We saw Doug Gabriel catch the last couple passes, and Tom Brady talked to us last night and has a lot of confidence in it. You overplay the defense, and he's singled up on the backside. He's going to throw it to him.
First down for New England, and not this time. Quickly across the line, it's Justin Smith along with Landon Johnson for a loss of 3.
Justin Smith, the first-round draft pick from Missouri, has had a good start to this season. Getting sacks, he's an active player, high effort, just never stops going as hard as he can go, and that's one of the reasons why he's involved in so many tackles, and he's been sacking the quarterback.
He is having a big start to this season. 2nd down and 13, and that play ratchets up the energy at Paul Brown Stadium. Caldwell left alone, and he has a first across the 40. Miller finally bringing him down.
Yeah, that's a big first down for this Patriots offense. You hear it so often. Get in rhythm, get some confidence, and get Tom Brady into this game big time. As I was saying earlier, such confidence about what their plan was, and he feels so good about the wide receivers, tight ends, and the running backs. He thinks the offense is really going to start clicking.
Says we're evolving now. Here's one of the reasons why. Moreeeee for only 2 yards. Says we feel good about what we're doing. Well, you look through the last 5 seasons now. Granted, this is only 3 games worth of stats in 06. You look at what the wide receiver production's been. Of course, Branch gone, Givens gone.
Well, you know what it is too. Yeah, the receivers are not doing as much, but at the same time, the running backs are doing more. The offense is built more around the tight ends and Ben Watson, Daniel Graham. So receiver numbers have to go down when you do that.
Moreeeee again. A lot of traffic on that left side. Only gains 2. Moreeeee and Brady had some good exchanges this week as their alma maters met last night for the Little Brown Jug, Minnesota and Michigan, with the Wolverines winning. But Moreeeee, when we met with him about an hour before the kick, he was certain his team would win for the 2nd straight year. Brady said that's all he's been talking about.
I didn't realize until we talked to him last night that University of Minnesota, they play for some kind of jug and axe or this and that every single week.
Paul Bunyan axe. Look at this. They snap at the Falk, who then hands it to Jackson, the rookie, for a first down. Brady helped act it out with the fake, and that gains 9 yards.
Yeah, good little. Talked about how the defense of the Bengals, they love to pursue. They play hard. So the fake high snap and then the quick reverse. And this is kind of the role. Chad Jackson, 1st-round draft pick. He's going to be a guy that's going to run the ball maybe and go deep because of his speed.
How did you like the acting?
Very good. Well, you know, Tom Brady acting comes natural to him.
Fakes here. Sets the feet, fires it down the field, has his man at the 13. It's Watson. And he is out of bounds at the 11.
He was wide open. And also, David Thomas, the other tight end, was down there. And I think Tom Brady hesitated because he couldn't figure out which one he wanted to throw the football to. And Ben Watson, we talked to him last night, Jim. He is a wide receiver who just happens to be really big and is playing tight end in the National Football League.
That's the longest play of this season for the Patriots, 35 yards. Moreeeee, left side and room, and he tiptoes in for the touchdown. Evans and Watson and Graham all helping lead the rookie to the end zone.
Yeah, this is, you talked about, you said Tom Brady, the offense is evolving. You saw everything that time. Throws down the field, some deception with the reverse. Some power runs up in there. And then Lawrence Moreeeee, the rookie, with the speed to go outside and score easily.
Palmer says, come on, guys. We're going to have to go out there and show them what we can do now.
Well, Lawrence Moreeeee brings a new element to this offense.
So Gostkowski puts him up by 1. 4 plays on that drive of over 10 yards. Look at all the linemen leading the rookie to the end zone.
Hi, I'm Paul Konerko of the Chicago White Sox. Watch live Major League Baseball all season long, right here on NASN, Europe's leading channel for North American sports.
You can't wrap them up against allergies, but you can treat almost every allergic reaction with Piriton. Piriton, for the family's allergies.
As well as being a thirst-quenching soft drink, a Sprite is also a sort of goblin. This Sprite is not so refreshing at a festival. And it definitely hasn't got any taste. Try new Sprite Z. Great Sprite taste, 0 added sugar.
(7-6) New England. Jim Nance, Bill Sims, and Lawrence Moreeeee. Patriots touchdown from 11 yards out. Gostkowski with the kick. That's Kenny Watson. And only to the 18. We talked about the tight ends who helped. Evans also with a great block, and they celebrate with Brady. And a flag on the return.
Zero in the return. Illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 87. Half the distance to the goal. Sits down and keeps the ball. First down.
Kelly Washington's infraction will put Palmer and the Bengals back inside the 10. They trailed for the first time. 7-6.
Hi, I'm Torrey Hunt of the Minnesota Twins. Watch live Major League Baseball all season long on NASN, Europe's #1 channel for Major League Baseball.
Inviting you to watch my show exclusively here on NASN, Europe's #1 channel for North American sports. Please tune in each week as I interview the biggest stars and sports legends. Don't miss Chevrolet's Tim McCarver Show right here on NASN.
Those points scored by New England, the first second quarter points allowed by Cincinnati this season. Week 4. Palmer. It's Jeremy Johnson out of the backfield, his first catch of the season. Ronnie Harrison pushes him out. What'd you see on the touchdown, Phil?
Well, here's what I saw. 2 tight ends on the outside. Watch Matt Light come around and make a good block. And the fullback, Heath Evans, does a good job too. And the speed. I think that's the most impressive part of that play, Jim. How easy Lawrence Moreeeee just went up in the line, ran outside, got to the corner of the end zone before anybody could catch him.
He did make it look easy. Second down and 4.
You know, we met with him last night, and he could talk pretty fast, too. Excited guy.
Loving this whole NFL experience. And Palmer off the fingertips of Reggie Kelly. We've got another update. Back to James in the studio.
Hey, Jim, I'm sure Phil sees a secondary of the Skins being exploited here. Take a look at Byron Leftwich hooking up with Maurice Jones-Drew. He takes it 51 yards of pay dirt. Redskins, man, can't get it done so far. Jacksonville has scored 17 first half points total coming into today. They've got 17 so far. Back to Jim and Phil.
Maurice Jones-Drew for the second straight week, coming up with some big performances for the Jags. Third down, and Chad Johnson unable to hold on to it. And that means
to Richard Seymour, and that's who gets it.
Yeah.
He just said it's not that hard to figure it out. He goes, I don't even have to watch the quarterback. I judge the offensive lineman. If he's really aggressive, I know it's going to be a quick pass, so I just stop and raise my hands. Heck, he's about 6'6", so he can knock down a lot of passes.
Brady calls him the Ben Wallace of the NFL. He blocks everything. There it was. With some pressure, able to get it away to Falk at the 39. Trying to find some room on the left side, and he is knocked down by Hernandez Jones. Still good starting position coming up for the Patriots at the 43 with the lead by 1.
NESN, the North American Sports Network, a new and exciting sports channel dedicated to the best in live North American sports 24/7. NASN is the best of live NFL, including the Super Bowl live, up to 175 regular season NHL games and the Stanley Cup Finals, comprehensive coverage of the MLB regular and postseason, and exclusive college football and basketball. With the best daily news, highlights, and analysis, NASN is your channel for the best in live North American sports. Visit NASN.com for scheduling, news, and information.
Coming up, we've got the Sprint halftime report with James and Dan and Shannon and Boomer. All the latest NFL scores and highlights. Full recap of the 1 o'clock games coming up. Sprint halftime report. Best starting position for a drive for either team in this game. And as Gabriel comes back to get it, and the ball's on the ground, they're ruling it incomplete, which will save the Patriots about 3 or 4 yards. Torrey James already with a pick in this game, helped knock it loose.
Well, you can tell just by watching the start of this game that the Patriots are trying a lot of different ways to get the football to Doug Gabriel. That was close to being a catch. He did secure the football, but did he get him? Does he get both feet on the ground, then make a move? Really close.
He definitely got both feet down. It looked like he was just about ready to begin the football move that they talk about in this whole.
And I heard the whistles. They blew it dead, and everybody stopped. The whistle, you can play through the whistle some, but I'm not sure Marvin Lewis he could challenge the spot of the ball. If they rule it's a catch, he could gain to 3 yards.
Cincinnati has decided not to challenge the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass.
Puts the red flag away. This was something we thought maybe in the preseason when we were hearing about rules changes. I thought we'd see a lot more with this year in terms of the fumble, because as you said, you can play through the whistle now.
Because the players always do.
Really hasn't been a factor in anything we've seen, though.
I have not seen it on TV or in one of our games.
2nd down and 10, and Dillon ahead for 4. Back to James. Another update. JB.
Hey, Jim, the Raider faithful would like to see a lot more of this. Their first offensive touchdown of the season. Randy Moss, little fade pattern there from Andrew Walter. 99th touchdown reception of Moss's career. 14-0 Oakland over Cleveland in the second. Jim Nantz, Phil Simms.
All right, JB, thank you. And the Ravens remain undefeated earlier today with a win. Cleveland looking for a win, as are the Raiders. Raiders also with a fumble return for a touchdown. There's Brady, pass wide of the mark, looking for Watson.
Tom Brady had him. And you know, Jim, you did that graphic where the wide receiver catches are down. Well, you just saw one of the reasons why. Ben Watson actually ran a route down the field and got in the same spot where a wide receiver would normally be, but they know he's a playmaker. They try to get him the football as much as they can.
Yeah, his 35-yard grab set up the game's only touchdown. Miller. with a boot that should not be fielded, and it won't be as it bounces into the end zone. 53-yard punt, but only a net of 33. Chad Johnson got off to the quick start with 3 grabs on the first drive. That's how the game began. Little 1-2 to Chad. You know, that one catch last week was the first time he failed to have more than 1 reception in the game since Akili Smith was quarterbacking the team back in 2002. He has not been thrown to since that first drive.
Well, Bob Burkowski, the offensive coordinator, said he handled it well last week after 1 catch, but he goes, he has to work at handling it too. And got to do that for the team. There was the fake snap count by Carson Palmer, hoping the defense would declare.
Running over a couple of defenders. Broke away from Rodney Harrison, of all people, and gains 13.
They talked about it. Good blocking up front. Junior Seau gets blocked. Rodney Harrison actually runs in to Teddy Bruschi, and Rudy Johnson, we said it, big and strong, can break tackles.
That's Seau running to the sideline. Yeah, Harrison didn't have his feet planted after being in a small collision with a teammate.
See how Cincinnati just makes you just sit there and wait.
Second strike. Mike Wright with the tackle. No gain. Mike Wright from right here out of the University of Cincinnati. Pretty remarkable journey he had to the NFL. Out of Purcell Marion High School right here in the Queen City. Was recruited by only 2 Division II schools. Went to Ashland for a year and then walked on at Cincinnati. And look at him now in the NFL just a few years later. Second down and 10. Palmer steps up, sideline round. It's Bushman's out of bounds. No catch. No catch.
Bushmanzada going down the field. Hank Poteet just brought in. Nice job by Hank Poteet. The last second, did you see Bushmanzada at the last second sticks his arm out to get a little separation against Hank Poteet, but still not enough room for him to get both feet down.
Cincinnati's missed on its last 4 tries on 3rd down. Face a 3rd and long here. Antonio Chapman re-enters as a receiver. Right side, and now it's almost picked off. That was Chad Scott with a diving attempt at the interception. Intended for Chad Johnson.
Jim, we talked about the beat-up secondary for the New England Patriots. I know it's a recurring theme. We've said it for about 4 straight years. But they are covering these wide receivers and the running back tight ends down the field. Carson Palmer not finding the pickings as easy as I think that everybody thought he would.
He's hit on only 1 of his last 7 pass attempts. Larson again brought in. This is a good kick. Back to the 15th fall. Gets away from Kelly Washington. He's got room. White throws a block. And Falk dives to the 43. Hernandez-Jones was in the area. 52-yard punt, but a 42-yard return.
What made it work was Kevin Falk catches it, nowhere in the backtracking. He goes back a couple yards, and that just allows the blockers. Look at all the New England Patriots that are just attached to a Cincinnati Bengals jersey. And he does the right thing. Don't slow down. He's trying to make the move going full speed, and when you're running that fast, if somebody just touches you, you go down.
Mike Wright with a block, Willie Andrews with a block. Ball at the 42 of the Bengals. Moreeeee is the running back. And no gain. You can turn your pop culture knowledge into gold. Thursday, watch CSI at 9, 8 Central, and solve the challenge at AOL.com/Gold Rush. Talked about Troy Brown earlier and all the many things he can do to help this Patriots team. There's another one.
Kevin Falk, a lot of role players. That's the one thing Bill Belichick has done as well as anybody in the league. He gives you a role, he defines it, and expects you to do it well.
Second down, Brady plants the feet, fires, last man. Caldwell at the 35. This is only the second time all season the Patriots start a drive with a short field in opponent territory. Only the second time. Cincinnati, meanwhile, already with 10 times on the season.
So many factors go into why you play well and why you don't. That's a big one. Field position. I thought they got dominated by the Denver Broncos last week. Then we came down here, you watch it on tape, and you go, wow, this game could have been 17-0, maybe the other way at times for the Patriots instead of the Broncos. So, difference between winning and losing, very little.
Moreeeee to the 30. That picks up the first. Moreeeee got kind of excited last night when we talked about his high school, Normandy High School, back in St. Louis. He said, you guys are going to put Normandy High School on the map. And folks, as of right now, it is.
It's on the map. He stated it's a public high school. He had, you know, one of those where a lot of schools want him to come. He said, nope, I'm staying where I grew up.
Committed to him. I'm going to stay with it. And we'll get something started with this program. And it has worked out that way. That's Moreeeee again for about 5. He went back this summer. They actually retired his high school jersey, number 27, which he wore in honor of his favorite player, Eddie George.
Yep, and he said, you know, there was so many things because he was so excited. But he did say that he went back and a lot of the young kids were going saying thank you, and he's going,
what did I do?
What? Because he stuck it out and did well in high school, and it's allowed other kids in the area to do so too.
Third straight time, it's Moreeeee. He is shut down for no gain. The Eddie George jersey 27, he actually had a chance to speak to Eddie a couple of times, but he's never met him. Said, does he have any idea that you'd really kind of look up to him, idolize him? He says, no, but if you guys mention tomorrow, he's going to find out. He was fired up about that too.
Maybe he'll call me.
Warning. Hey.
Hi, I'm Jason Schmidt of the San Francisco Giants. Watch live Major League Baseball all season long on NASN, Europe's #1 channel for MLB.
Ever wished you could be there to see your team in action? With Game On Holidays, you can combine that big match atmosphere with the holiday of a lifetime for the whole family. We offer city breaks and holidays incorporating all U.S. sports, including NASCAR. All you have to do is visit our website and choose the games or races you want to see, and we'll do the rest. Great seats, great games, great value. Game on.
You're watching NASN, the North American Sports Network, a new and exciting sports channel dedicated to the best in live North American sports 24/7. On NASN, you can experience over 100 live NFL games this season, plus the playoffs and the Super Bowl live. Watch up to 175 regular season NHL games and live postseason, including the Stanley Cup Finals. Feel the excitement of live Major League Baseball with up to 260 regular season games and exclusive coverage of the World Series. NASN also brings you an exclusive lineup of college sports with live college football and basketball. And with a daily lineup of sports news, talk shows, highlights, and analysis, NASN is your channel for the very best in live North American sports. Visit NASN.com for scheduling news and information.
Coming up again, the Sprint halftime report. JB, Dan, Shannon, and Boomer, all the latest scores and highlights. Coming up on the Sprint halftime report. Third down coming up. Nick Kazur in the game at right tackle for the Patriots. Brady well protected, throws it. Gabriel open, he pulls it in. Touchdown.
The Bengals blitz. Tom Brady changed the protection. They picked it up, and then they run like a little route where it allows Doug Gabriel to go down and up the sidelines for the touchdown. He's going to go out real quick. The Bengals defense just loses sight of him. And that is, Tom Brady talked about it. You see Torrey James, he was watching the quarterback instead of the receiver. And when you watch the quarterback all the time, every once in a while, you're going to let a wide receiver get by you.
The former Raider. Once he arrived in New England, looked sharp for a couple of days in practice. Kwiatkowski's extra point is good, but then pulled a hammy. This week he practiced all week. You could see the excitement in Brady's eyes last night talking about his new target.
Barber the tailback. Manning handoff right for Barber, cuts it at the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. Tiki to the 45, fighting the midfield, spins up a tackle, breaks right to the outside, down the right sideline. Sinks a tackle to the 30, runs out of another tackle at the 25, runs out of yet another, still on his feet.
He refuses to go down. He wants to go one way, into the end zone.
There's a couple reasons why. Tom Brady first. Here comes the blitz. He changes everything to block, to pick it up. Here's Doug Gabriel going out, and watch Torrey James. Turns and looks at the quarterback because he knows there's a blitz on, and he thinks Tom Brady might throw to the short receiver. Oh, come on. You know, he looks depressed. He's down.
Yeah.
His body language. Oh, no. I tell you.
Hey.
Drive you crazy.
When you got a lot of programming to fill all week, you're going to start talking about a lot of things, even if they don't make sense.
Tom Brady's, man, I'm surprised he had the courage to come out here today and play.
So it'll be a touchback.
First and 10 Cincinnati at their own 20-yard line.
You do that whole facetious thing well.
Sure I do. Well, you know, I'm great at that. It comes natural.
Look at the Patriots. They have not lost 2 consecutive games now in 52 weeks of play. That is, in fact, 12 straight times after a loss, they have come back with a win.
They've come back and, you know, but a couple things. As you watch Tom Brady, his mannerisms are always to be a little down. That's how he really concentrates on his job. He relaxes. One of the big reasons why he's a terrific thrower of the ball, he stays relaxed.
It's Kelly Washington for a first down at the 31.
Really got 2 different types of throwers. Tom Brady, relaxed, very, very smooth. Carson Palmer, kind of high energy, stands really tall and works pretty hard to throw it down the field.
What they can do here in the 2-minute drill. There's another connection with Chad Johnson. First time in this quarter, first time since the opening drive. Now, the first 3 weeks of the season, Palmer, in the last 2 minutes of the first half, has driven his team down for a score. Trying to do that again and reverse the momentum. That one's incomplete. Batted down by Poteet.
I think one of the spots that you can throw this football against this Patriots defense, Carson Palmer's got to hold the ball a little while and let the receivers run down the field 15 to 20 yards and then go inside. That's where the soft spot is. The Patriots guarding against the big play, they're going to stay back, and it's far enough down the field to get away from the linebackers.
Minute 4 in the second quarter. Chad Johnson, did he get the feet down? Yes, he did. Well, they're gonna say no, he did not. They had a little meeting about it first.
The throw, the catch, the anticipation, all of it terrific. Both feet dragging.
That's gonna
the ball did come loose as he hit the ground.
Wow.
It's inside of 2 minutes. This has to be challenged from above.
And Johnson remains down. Made a terrific effort.
And you fall on that football, that is, you see it happen quite a bit when receivers, running backs, quarterbacks fall on the football. It looks like Chad Johnson. Do you think he got both of his feet down, Jim?
I do. That part, no question.
No question, but the football does come loose.
And they're back to the line of scrimmage. So the incompletion, the call on the field stands. And the short gain to the 50. That's it. That was Tony Stewart.
That was a good call by the officials on the sideline, working well. They saw the football being jarred loose on Chad Johnson's catch.
Well, just to clarify for the folks out there that you have to, even if you get the feet down, which I think we established that he did, once he goes out of bounds,